Greetings from California. Greentech in the United States is certainly more present in people's mind in recent years than ever before. Part of the reason might be the fact that the strength and change of natural forces, be it the heat waves, be it the increasingly deadly wildfires or tornadoes, landslides, floods, or droughts, is felt by everyone. But a fundamental change in the United States market, as well as a profound turnaround, can be attributed to the Inflation Reduction Act, or IRA, which was passed under the Biden administration in 2022. The IRA is the largest federal program for renewable energy and climate investment ever adopted in the United States and laid the foundation for significant and unprecedented environmental investment in the US economy over the next 10 years. While comprehensive, the legislation allocates $390 billion in tax credits, loans, and grants to renewable energy alone. With the passing of this legislation, the US made a significant leap towards achieving its climate goals in accordance with the Paris Agreement and the promotion and development of critical clean energy technologies. Although only companies manufacturing in the United States can directly access and benefit from these subsidies, this reorientation towards clean energy technology has far-reaching implications, including for European and, above all, offers tremendous opportunities for our highly specialized supplier industries. For example, the promotion of industrial production facilities for green technologies creates clearly new potential in the US market penetration for Austrian suppliers in the field of mechanical engineering, filter technologies, control systems, optimization, software providers, and many more. Austrian companies with experience in industries that are not yet well established in the US, such as biogas facilities, offshore wind turbines, or heat pump technologies, now have an opportunity to bring their extensive expertise to the table. Another huge potential can be found in the construction sector. Green building is on the rise and offers opportunities for modular timber construction, scalable industrial building solutions that not only make building and living more sustainable, but also quicker to implement, more efficient, and more affordable. To speak on this topic, I would like to introduce to you an Austrian insider, Gerhard Meyer, who has been working as an architect in the United States for over 30 years. Gerhard, please.
The European mass timber market has recently received considerable attention and praise in newspapers and at industry events. Over the last few years, interest in mass timber has grown substantially in the United States. Just last month, Portland hosted the International Mass Timber Conference, where many Austrian firms were represented. The event reported record-breaking attendance. With mass timber still a novelty in the US, the first successful buildings tend to be demonstration projects that show off the new construction method, such as the Portland Airport or the Long Beach Public Library. However, the US and California in particular are now facing structural challenges. California has a massive problem with homelessness, a direct result of the affordable housing shortage. Unable to address this issue with their current toolkit, more and more people are turning towards construction methods that have already been successfully demonstrated and implemented in Central Europe. Austrian innovation in housing and construction is beginning to be better known in the US too. 2 years ago, we organized an educational trip for politicians to Austria, and since then, there has been a flood of articles about the Wiener Wohnwunder, the Viennese housing marvel, in the BBC, The Guardian, the New York Times, etc. On LinkedIn, we're seeing more and more posts about European mass timber construction too. Certainly, the new Austrian residential areas, constructed from wood, impress the Americans. However, after the initial impression, the realization sinks in quickly that no one really knows how to build something quite like it here in the US. Simultaneously, the local office building market is also in a crisis, with significant vacancies in traditional office towers. But new office space is still being constructed in creative centers like in Los Angeles. For example, Apple is building their second largest corporate headquarters in LA. but this new office building will be created out of mass timber components. Google, Amazon, and the studios in general are all constructing new office buildings. And these companies no longer want to build the way they have in the past. They now want mass timber. From this, we can conclude that wooden construction is both in demand and desired. However, it usually quickly becomes apparent that investors cannot really afford timber construction. In the US, mass timber remains a nascent market and an uncommon construction material. As such, it has not yet been able to enter the market competitively. This is exactly why the potential and opportunities for Austrian companies here are so enormous. The US market needs innovations. Could you imagine how successful a cooperation between American and Austrian companies would be if you could combine decades of Austrian technical know-how with American economic proficiency, scalability, and market knowledge?
Thank you, Gerhard, for your insightful perspective. And thank you for listening and for joining us today. For more information on green technology or sustainable building and related Austrian technologies in the United States, please feel free to contact our office. Now I wish you a good and informative rest of the day. All the best.